The Philippines has denounced Chinese vessels for navigating dangerously close to its patrol ships and intercepting them in the South China Sea last week. The two countries have overlapping territorial claims in the region. The Philippine Coast Guard said on Wednesday that the incident happened in waters around the Spratly Islands on Friday during a supply operation. It said two Chinese Coast Guard vessels approached two Philippine patrol ships, coming as close as 90 meters to them while they were escorting boats carrying supplies to a military facility on the Second Thomas Shoal, which Manila effectively controls. Footage and photos purportedly taken at the scene show a large Chinese Coast Guard vessel navigating alongside a Philippine patrol ship. They also show a Chinese vessel crossing in front of a Philippine ship, seemingly attempting to block its way. The Philippine Coast Guard also said 6 fishing boats, allegedly carrying Chinese maritime militias, anchored to occupy the entrance of the shoal. Furthermore, 2 Chinese Navy ships and another Coast Guard ship also hindered the supply operation. As a result, the Philippine patrol ships gave up approaching the military position. A Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson condemned the Chinese side, emphasizing that the site of the incident is within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. The official said that Philippine ships will continue their patrols in the waters regardless of the level of threat or the size of Chinese vessels. In June, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP, cited 48 Chinese fishing vessels around the Philippines' economic exclusion zone in the South China Sea on June 30th, the service announced Friday. A Philippine Navy, PN, Britain Norman Islander patrol aircraft spotted a large number of Chinese fishing vessels over the Iroquois Reef during patrols, the AFP Western Command said via Facebook on Friday. There were 48 Chinese fishing vessels around the reef as of the latest air patrol on June 30th. The swarming of Chinese fishing vessels there is quite visible from the air, Lieutenant Edgar Abogado, pilot in command of the PN aircraft, wrote in the Post. Co-pilot Lieutenant Carla Andres wrote on the Post that the vessels did not appear to be vessels, just loitering in groups of 5 to 7. The recent observations by the PN aircraft confirm earlier intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance (ISR) flights conducted in the area, which indicated an increasing trend of Chinese fishing vessels, AFP Western Command said. The command recorded 12 fishing vessels in February 2023, which increased to 47 as of June 12. The AFP Western Command also reported an increased presence of Chinese maritime assets at Sabina Shoal. 3 China Coast Guard, CCG, ships and 2 People's Liberation Army Navy, PLAN, vessels are regularly loitering there compared to 2 wooden resupply boats from the Philippines and 2 Philippine Coast Guard, PCG, vessels, the command said. WESCOM included aerial photos taken by the flight, along with photos of the Chinese fishing vessels, China Coast Guard Jiayu-class patrol cutter CG-3304 and PLAN Type 056 Jiangdao-class corvette carrying hull number 629. The hull number identifies the PLAN corvette as CNS Tonlin 629. In response to the concerning presence of Chinese vessels swarming in the said areas, detailed reports will be forwarded to higher authorities as a crucial step that aims to facilitate the potential filing of a diplomatic protest, reinforcing our commitment to safeguarding Philippine sovereignty and territorial rights in the West Philippine Sea, according to the Post. Iroquois Reef is part of the larger Reed Bank, known to the Philippines as Recto Bank, underwater volcanic mountain, which lies northeast of the disputed Spratly Islands. The Permanent Court of Arbitration, PCA, ruled in 2016 that Reed Bank is within the Philippine EEZ and the Philippines had economic rights for the area, although China refuses to recognize the ruling and claims the area as within its territory. The area is said to be rich in hydrocarbon resources, but the Philippines has yet to commence any major extraction efforts due to the Chinese claim on the area. The presence of Plan and China Coast Guard vessels at Sabina Shoal, known internationally as Escoda Shoal, which is part of the Spratly Islands, is due to China's ongoing presence and blockade operation against the nearby Philippines military outpost at 2nd Thomas Shoal. The Philippines has a dozen Marines on the grounded landing ship tank BRP Sierra Madre, LS-57, at the military outpost. The World War II LST had been run aground deliberately in 1999 to serve as an outpost and stake the Philippines' claim to the area. Since 2014, Chinese Coast Guard vessels have interfered with resupply missions to the outpost, including on June 30th.
The shot was good. We're going to stay here for a little bit. Roger.
Runners left 15 degrees.